The following podcast is recorded and produced by Emerge, a media creators co-op. Hello, everybody.
And welcome to this TrapNerd Sports Podcast.
Boom. That's what you call teamwork. I am your host, Duke Clark. And with me, to my left, Hungry Harry.
I'm hungry, man.
I know. And what do you want to be called today, Joe? I'm sick of Joey Sabs. We need something new.
King.
No, okay.
King Joseph.
King Joe the Third.
King Joe.
And there, that you've just heard, is our guest. Look at you with your little professional background, man.
That is cool.
Why's
Hey,
it gotta
we're
be
moving
little?
up in the world.
Did you build that in your house just for instances like this?
Just for this purpose, man. Just to be on your podcast, the TrapNerd Sports Podcast, where we're going to take over your fantasy league. Sorry about it.
Zero possibility. Well, I was going to leave it JT, but you brought up the league, so fuck it. We'll just do the order real quick. No. We got to make people listen. We're going to do JT. All right? Where are the tiers, dude? Where are the tiers?
They're dried up. There's no tier shut here.
No?
You want him gone? No way.
No, obviously I want him, but, the problem is, so I don't know if you guys recall back in April, he was asked about the situation. He says, okay, I put the pen to paper when I got drafted. I have the obligation to go play that contract out, and then that conversation will come up when it needs to come up. Cool. I want to retire a Colt. That's what he was saying. Switches to the new agent, Malachi, whatever the hell his name is.
Can't trust
Everything
a guy named
changes.
Malachi.
You can't, especially in this situation.
What
It's
happened
like-
then, though?
Malachi's like, yo, JT, you're an MVP candidate 2 years ago, my friend. I don't know what this year was about, but we're going to get you $16 to $20 million. Just sit the fuck out. Don't do anything they do or ask of you. And we're going to ride this thing through because you deserve it, man.
You think it's because the way the other running backs have been treated?
Yeah, I'm sure that has a lot to play in it. But as you've seen, as the dominoes have fell the past couple of weeks, everyone's giving back in.
Mm-hmm. They
Like
are
Saquon
average.
signed his – yes.
How much did
he
they
signed
get,
his-
though?
Well, Saquon got like $200,000 more than the tag.
It was like
And
$1 million with incentives more.
You get what I'm saying. He got like a pack of Skittles, and they were like, sign the tag.
He probably was like, you know what? I see what's going on here. He told the Giants, like, yo, just give me a little bit more so it looks like.
Well, that's why I don't understand what JT's doing. Like, how is he seeing all this happen and thinking this is the time?
I'm trying to figure out why his agent, he gets a new agent. Agent's like, yeah, I'm going to get you 16 to 20 because where did he get that idea from?
Like Saquon.
It's all a mess. It's a mess.
Saquon had a better year last year than JT did. You get its injuries and everything. JT's younger. JT's probably obviously more valuable than Saquon moving forward. But the fact that Saquon couldn't get a contract
He got one.
in his contract year, but you think you're going to make $6 million more than Saquon the year before your contract year. I'm not an agent, but like I don't understand where they think they're going.
The agent, he wildin'.
Josh Jacobs just led the league in yards last year.
He's sitting out too.
But he can sit out though because he did his full contract, so he can sit out. Saquon or Jonathan Taylor sits out, nothing changes. He has to come back and still do those final 2 years before he's eligible for a franchise tag.
I think it's one, right?
Well, no, it's this.
It's
year.
just one.
This year or
is-
next
this
year,
is
right?
Contract
Just
year.
this year.
This is contract year.
So if he
but
sits
it
out, he would
doesn't
have to do
matter.
next year.
This is his
It
third
doesn't matter
season.
because they're
Fourth.
gonna.
Oh yeah.
This is fourth.
Okay. So yeah,
So
he
we're
would
going
still
into his
have to come back.
fourth. Yeah. Regardless, most likely with the way we've seen with Saquon play out, Josh Jacobs, Tony Pollard, he's going to get tagged, just with the where the market's at. But it's insane. And now if he would have done this, maybe I know he wasn't eligible 2 years ago when he had the MVP year, right? MVP candidate,
Yeah.
at least. And maybe he got an argument, right? The numbers go to show it, but bro, you're coming off of an injured season. Even when he played those 6 games, he didn't play that great.
In his
Why
defense.
would with a new offensive regimen coming in, you got a rookie quarterback. Why would Chris Ballard and Jim Irsay look at Jonathan Taylor and injured Jonathan Taylor? We know what his potential is. We know what he could do. But it's a what have you done for me league or lately league, right? He's hurt. He's still on the PUP list for a reason.
Well, I think they put him on. Now they put him on that list because he said he was sitting out.
Yeah, I don't think he's hurt. I think he's
not hurt.
I think all that stuff is kind of part of the negotiations and everything. I don't know, but
he's probably wild.
Very well could be though.
I don't understand it. I mean, it sucks. You have no leverage as a rookie, though. The reason I was thinking 2 years, I forgot he was a second-round pick. And
but I wonder if he wants.
So he would have got the 5th year.
So if he goes somewhere, though, if he gets say Miami trades for him, right?
They still can't pay him.
No, listen, that's what I'm about to say, though. So he's gonna still go make his whatever he's on contract for, and then be going through the same thing next year.
It's gonna be the same thing.
Yeah, that sounds.
It's gonna be the same thing.
I wonder though if he wants to go to a contender though, instead of rebuilding with the Colts.
But look at all the
league 3 years
contender.
though.
Hold on, what contender is going to
been in the
pay
league 3 years.
Jonathan
He
Taylor?
don't
I know. I don't know. I'm just saying.
All the
You know what I mean?
can't. So the Bills can't afford him. The Chiefs can't afford him. The Bengals can't afford him. So the only
We
contenders.
can afford him on a rookie contract.
Yeah, but we can't re-sign him. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
The whole purpose of it is for him to get that money. Right? I mean, this is where it stems from.
And Miami can probably afford that contract right now, but they have Waddle's contract coming up. They have Tua's. Did they re-sign Tua yet? No. No, that would be either this year or next year. They have Tua's contract coming up, Waddle's contract coming up, plus whoever. Like Jalen Phillips has to be coming up soon. They're not wasting $15 to $20 million.
Bradley Chubb. They just paid Ramsey. They just paid Tyreek Hill.
So if they do have the money,
Christian Wilkins is still sitting. He's holding out
because he needs a contract. So even if they do trade for him this year, they can't pay him, and if they do pay him, they're going to lose someone way more important to the team, like Waddle, Tua, Christian Wilkins, Jalen Phillips, and then Philly was another one.
I can't see him going to Philly. They just got Swift.
Where are they? Where are these teams? I know that wasn't his personal list. It was just like kind of teams being thrown out there, but there's nowhere he's gonna go that is that much better than Indy, who will also be willing to pay him.
Minnesota, maybe.
They gotta pay.
They might.
No, I don't think. I mean, maybe they
don't
have a quarterback. Maybe if they draft a rookie quarterback, they'll be.
I know
able to pay.
Kirk makes a lot of money though, don't he?
Yeah, but this is his contract year.
Mm-hmm.
So unless they bring Kirk back, maybe they're like, oh, we get a rookie quarterback, then we're paying our running back, and it kind of equals out. But they're not a contender, dude. Their defense is garbage. Their defense is probably like bottom 3 in the league.
And they would have just paid Delvin.
They lost a lot of guys.
Yeah, if that was the case, yeah. But JT's young to go with their young guys.
I don't know.
I was just throwing something out there.
Yeah, it doesn't. That doesn't make sense. There's like, I don't see this.
The Bears might scoop them.
The Bears.
If there was one team,
they might fuck around and pay him too.
One team, it might be Chicago, maybe, but they still might be reaching.
I think he's wilding asking for how much he's asking.
But does he think Chicago has a better future than?
It sounds like he just wants the bread. That's why I said that about the.
If
he
all
wants
about
the
money.
chip,
But has Irsay came out and said, "Oh, I won't pay you next year"? That's the thing. Like, have they said that they're never going to pay him? Like, if you do really want the money, you can play your last year and then go get the money from whoever you want.
How often do people
demand
money before their contract year?
A lot of people will be like, "Oh, I'm holding out. I want an extension for the future." But the thing is with him is, they get to pick where you get traded. If you just suck it up and you play for one more year.
If he sucks it up and plays, I'm drafting him everywhere. He's gonna go nuts.
He's gonna get paid.
He's gonna go try and get paid.
That's what I'm saying. Why not just go out there, play the game?
Yeah.
It's not like you have 2 years left on your contract and you want to get out of here. You can go wherever you want after the season. You can pick. You can pick and choose. You can have people bid for you. But if you get traded now, it's like, what if they're like, oh, the last place I want to be is, I don't fucking know, name a team, Arizona. And then Arizona, they're not going to, but they do. Now you got to go there. You don't get to pick.
Arizona might be a good spot for him, though.
They'll pay him because they got
then they pay him, but then they'll go get Caleb and Marvin Harrison Jr. next year. They'll be lit.
They'll have 4 total good players.
That would be clean. I'm not gonna lie. But all in all, like, I mean, you just said something about Irsay. Like, he was just on. He had an interview on the Colts broadcast or whatever against the Bears the other night. They're asking him about it, and he's like, "Listen, like we love Jonathan Taylor. He's a big part of this team, big part of this community. Like we want to do right by him. We hope the best for him and everything. But he says it is tough during these times, but timing is everything, and I always preach that. So, and I think if anything, like you said, Josh, like just go out, suck it up, and go play this year. Show him what you're actually worth. There's a track record. He'll pay you. Pretty much everyone on that team is paid except for JT and Pittman.
Yeah,
Taking a good
it's
point,
weird to come off of the injured season and everything and then demand it when you only have a season left to get paid.
You see what Jacobs did in his contract year?
And then he didn't get rewarded, though.
That's a fact. Hey, that's not. Maybe that's what Jonathan Taylor's thinking about, though. That could be a part of it. But I wonder if.
Yeah, get paid before. I get that. Get paid before the franchise tag comes into effect. I get
it
that.
while you can.
So now you're not beefing with, like, saying, like, yo, I'm not going to play on the tag.
But the only thing is that there's no leverage there. He can get traded, and
None at all.
And that team can also franchise tag him.
It seems
there's
like
no for me looking at it from his standpoint, I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel that he's looking at, because you can get traded, and that team can also franchise tag you. You can have a great year. It's a fucked up situation, but no matter what happens, wherever he is next year, or whatever happens this year, Indy can franchise tag him. Yeah. They can be nice and not franchise tag him and let him go look for another contract, but that's up to them. He has no.
Is it Michael Pittman's year too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's both of them.
Yep. Yeah, and you haven't heard all you heard from Pittman, because he was asked about it too. He said, "I'm going to play it out, and if they see value in me, they're going to sign me, and if not, then we're going to look elsewhere."
Crazy
but
too.
We're not at that point yet. So
yeah, I don't know. It just
obviously
gets
they fucking stunk last year. So
who did?
no one's really got a point of like, yo, fucking give me my money right now.
Matt Ryan.
No, it's still getting paid.
Who was the backup?
Yeah, Matt Ryan is still getting paid, right?
No.
No.
Who was the backup last year?
Fucking Nick Foles and.
You remember when he was running?
Who's moving in slow
Hey,
motion?
man.
I don't know.
Hey, we're not going to have to worry about that old man quarterback anymore. We got Anthony Richardson. We're all good.
Who's the backup? Minshew.
He's been.
That's not a bad.
Shredded.
Your backup was better than your last three quarterbacks.
Exactly. Exactly. One more point before we move on to, like, we just went through this sort of with Austin Eckler. Chargers did the same thing with him. He wanted his money, right? They said, okay, well, he wanted to request a trade. They gave him permission to go seek a trade. Look what happened. He's back. So, Lamar Jackson too.
Yeah.
He ended up.
That was
getting paid big money.
That was a little different.
It's a different position too, for sure.
That was a little different.
Who just based off of last season, who's the better player, Austin Eckler or Jonathan Taylor?
Yeah.
Facts. Like, I think they're doing this. They're like, see if someone will, because obviously Jonathan Taylor isn't going to want to go there. They're probably saying, you ask whoever you want if they're willing to extend you, and we'll trade you there if they're willing to extend you. And what Jonathan Taylor's probably going to hear is no. Like, he's probably going to get an offer for 12, 13 million tops, and that's it. I can't.
But why wouldn't he want that? That's what I don't understand.
Well, I do understand it, because last time he was healthy, he was the best weapon at the position. There's no other way around it.
No doubt.
So he's thinking, if McCaffrey's making this money, who else is even making more than 15 mil? It's just McCaffrey, right?
McCaffrey's a little different too.
I don't know if
I
Chubb
don't
is.
think Chubb does.
I think it's just McCaffrey.
But McCaffrey's a little different.
Well, that's what I'm saying. McCaffrey
a lot different.
Yeah.
So McCaffrey, when healthy, has done it consistently. Jonathan Taylor only had that 1 year. I just don't see anyone offering him 15, 16 million in today's climate. Like,
I think he would have to go out there and do it again.
Even if he did it again.
I think they would offer.
That's what I'm saying.
He would have to go do it again. It's hard to get 15, 16 million off of one season.
Yeah, but even
and then last year, like he came off of the best season to a bad season that got injured. I think you have to do it again.
You definitely do have to do it again, but I just don't think.
Like, I can see why Barkley did it. He had a really good season, got injured a couple times, then had a really good season.
Right.
So he's like, yo, I want money. Like, I'm healthy. I'm him.
So Derrick Henry, the closest running back to win an MVP, in how long is getting $12.5 million a year. No one else in the league.
That's
at
why
that
I'm saying.
position
That's why I don't know
impacts
why Jonathan Taylor doesn't want
13.
that 12, 13 million. You're asking 16 to 20. Like, I don't know.
It's crazy.
Yeah, he's wilding.
It's crazy. Now, like I said, Ursay got the track record. If you do right with the team and if you go out there and perform, I mean, you don't pay it.
Well,
And it's a bad
You're
look to
gonna
other
pay him.
teams. Like, he just wants out or whatever. I don't know.
It all stems with his agent, bro. Fucking evil ass Malachi.
dude's probably got a fucking unibrow and a mustache, man. I swear to God.
I'll look him up right now.
Yo, and it's so crazy. I was looking at his firm or whatever, like this morning. Shaq Leonard's on his team too.
Oh, he
I know
hasn't
it's a
got
different
paid
position
either?
group. No, he's paid.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, you think Shaq will get in there? Just go fucking play, bro. Just go play.
All right. Well, I'm sure something else, every week something new happens in this. I'm sure something will happen next week, and we'll be able to talk about that too. I just hope he plays because he was my first pick in a 14-man league, and I'll be dead if he doesn't. But moving on.
He'll play. If he wants to get paid, he'll play. We'll end with that.
All right. The reason Tank's here, outside of Jonathan Taylor, is he was the runner-up in the TrapNerd Sports Fantasy League last year.
That's his name.
Thanks, Joe. So, going into the second year of the TrapNerd Sports League, I won, of course. TrapNerd Sports Division 1, of course. But this is a new year. So, today we're going to unveil the draft order. Okay, and we needed Tank to be here for some validity. So, I'm going to go one by one.
Make sure everything's straight away. That's it.
You can't really see it, but everyone has one lottery ball. And everyone has equal chances. I'm just going to click one by one. I have no power over this other than revealing. So, with the number 1 pick in the second year, Donnie got it again. All right, Donnie got the number
Ball don't lie, you heard?
For the squad, baby. Come on.
Ball don't lie.
Ball don't lie. All right. Picking number 2, Dylan. Fucking, you guys rigged this, man. Somehow you guys hacked into my phone.
That's why I had you call me on Zoom, bro. Secret's out.
It's all right, dude. You guys need all the help you can get. Pick number 3, Jake.
Jake.
First one for Team TrapNerd Sports.
Oh, not me?
No.
No.
That's my other name. That's my real name.
Oh, fuck. No, I'm just kidding. No. You're under Tank, dude. You're under Tank.
He knows what his name is on here.
4 is X. Another one for TrapNerd Sports. Pick 5, Harry. You hate the middle picks, don't you?
I'll make it work.
All right.
I don't like that
you like
smirk.
pick 5, though?
I don't like that smirk, Harry.
Why are you smirking like that?
I'm just going to run the league over again like last
Yo,
year.
he's got some fucking plans.
Sorry, you coming third again.
Yeah, but I'm a regular season kind of guy.
Yeah, facts. That's all right. Pick number 6, Tank of the Tank Talk podcast.
Yeah, I hope I get 12 now.
Just like Harry.
Why?
Just like Harry. We'll make it work.
We made it work last year, me and Tank.
You think he's gonna snipe
They
your shit?
smacked our shit.
Yeah, I mean, my team was getting ready for the playoffs. Pick number 7, Seth, who better show up or he's getting kicked out of the league.
Is this whose team's he on?
That's
TrapNerd?
BBD. No, he's on you guys.
Or he's with us. Let's go, Seth.
He's with
Come
you
on,
guys,
Fucking
yeah.
Show up for the team, pal.
Pick number 8, Don. What the fuck? How did Donnie? All right, I fucked shit up.
Donnie.
Well, redo.
Damn, you gotta redo
restart
it. You have
John,
to.
why
So
don't
you
you
put
go
him in
on,
twice.
Let me look. Let me look at it. Let me do it.
What did I
Donnie
do
gets
here?
2 picks. Let's go. Let's go, Donnie.
Dude's picking 1 and 8.
All right, so we're gonna have to. Whoever misses, whoever doesn't get in here, we have to put in for Donnie.
Yeah, but which Donnie?
There's only one Donnie.
You said there's 2 Donnies.
There's one Donnie.
You picked him
I
twice, though.
accidentally put him in there twice.
Yeah, but
I
I'm
must
saying,
We wouldn't know who
say
was
if it's
1 or 8,
me.
though.
Say if it's me. What if?
have. Then you
what
get
if?
8.
But why not 1? They're both Donnie. I want to redo.
Come on, bro.
Dude,
Redo it.
how do
Redo
we
it.
know which
Redo it.
Donnie's Donnie?
You're gonna do this right now?
Yeah, hell yeah.
You're annoying as fuck.
How is that
dude.
annoying?
Oh my god.
That could have been me. That could have been you.
I don't care if it's me, because
Joe's
no
got
matter
a
where I
point.
pick, I could
Joe's
win.
got a point.
All right, dude. Let's redo this
You don't just
on
get
air.
8 when there's 2 Donnies.
Joe is right, though.
Whatever.
Because what if the Donnie you fucked up was the number 1 Donnie?
Yo, what about this? Yeah, hold up. Why don't you just randomize it on Sleeper? Unless
Yeah,
you
why
want to
don't you
do
just-
the lottery thing.
Because I wanted to like reveal it on here.
Well, just make sure you got the names
Okay,
right.
sorry.
All right. Pull up the teams, please.
Holy shit! You talking about you just get 8? I don't want 8.
You're such a bitch.
That's not a bitch. I'm. What are you talking about?
Yo, hold up.
It's
hold
fair.
Up. But then. If
All right.
you
Matter
get
of fact,
Joey
whoever
Donnie-
doesn't get in gets pick one. Go ahead.
No, it's too late now.
No,
Pull up
fuck
the teams.
that.
It's too late.
I remember the teams. It's on air.
Nope. Go and do it. Tell me the
Motherfucker.
teams. So I have
This is
Donnie,
awesome.
Joe, Damon, Bren, me, Dylan, Harry, X, Seth.
Brother Bren.
I already got Bren.
Another Brown.
BBD.
Got him.
X.
Got him.
Donnie.
Got him.
You got him twice or just once?
Just once.
Okay. Damon.
3 times. No, I got Damon.
You got Tank?
Me.
I don't have Tank.
You can't forget about
So
me.
I need
two
teams.
I'm right here.
You probably don't have me on there.
I do have you on there.
You got Jake?
There you go.
Poop.
And Poop. There you go. So Poop must have been the second Donnie.
See,
that I
you were
put
just
in.
going to screw Poop.
Yeah, he's just gonna get the 8th pick. It's all right. All right, so we're doing this again.
That was just a trial.
All right, we got all 12.
That was just a
We're good?
trial. Donnie's pissed.
I kind of hope it messes up again.
It's gonna be-
Harry
He's
won.
gonna get it.
It's gonna be
Donnie's
Donnie
gonna
again.
get it again.
Oh, it's Damon.
Damon got to pick one.
I'm gonna pick
That's
one.
lit.
All right.
You got blessed.
Shit.
Pick number 2, Tank.
Oh, shit.
See?
Pick
Look
number
at that.
3,
Look at that.
Dylan.
Dylan's 3.
Yeah, he'll fuck that up
Oh,
somehow. Pick number
No, he
4,
won't.
Seth. Pick number 5, me.
You took my pick.
Yeah. Pick
Sorry
number
about it.
6, X. Pick number 7, Bren.
I'm still mad late.
Yeah, that's what you get.
Me and
Nah,
Jake got
I
screwed.
still don't. That's how it should have been done.
Pick number 8, Joe.
It's fucking epic.
There you go.
That's
He's
outstanding.
gonna get it.
Ball don't lie, dude.
Oh my god.
Pick number 9, Donnie.
Damn, what a fucking drop off, huh?
Donnie actually likes picking late. He doesn't like picking early.
Donnie had pick 1, 8, and 9 today.
Yeah, facts. He's getting 3 first-round players. Pick number 10, Quaker. Pick number 11, Poop. And pick number 12,
Does it say it?
Harry.
I got 12 in my keeper league, too.
I like 12. You want to trade picks?
It's also a good
What
spot.
are you at?
5.
I'll keep 12.
All right.
So you would have rather 12 over 5?
Yeah.
All
Not in
right.
keeper, though. My keeper league, I'm sick about having 12.
Damn, everyone's gone.
Yeah.
Damn.
What
What was
you
Jake?
Jake is no, he doesn't. He has to listen to the podcast.
And I
That's
told
the
me it was
whole
5, and I was like, oh, never
Yeah,
mind.
you
I
can't
got
touch
fucked
me.
up.
So no one else. If you have to listen to the podcast for your order. If not,
They're gonna be sick. Donnie's gonna be hyped when he hears the first one.
hell yeah.
Then he's gonna be like, oh,
If not, I'm
You're real
putting it in.
disappointed.
oh.
The day before you will know. All right. Well, just to reiterate, it goes Damon, Tank, Dylan, Seth, me, X, Bren, Joe, Donnie, Quake, Poop, and Harry for the second year. What you got any expectations over here? Who you taking, Tank? Where you at in this one? 2. Who you taking number 2, man?
Bro, I can't let you in on it right
Come
now.
on, man.
Who's number 1? I
Damon.
forgot.
Damon's gonna take George Pickens.
That'd be awesome. That would be fucking awesome if Pickens goes 1.
All right. Well,
But no, bro, I can't tell you. What,
Come
I
on.
mean, what are you trying to do, man?
Give us a
Come on.
hint.
Seriously, what's your problem?
I don't know, man. I just want to know.
Hey, if this guy slips a 2, I'm gonna be hitting the gritty all day long, baby.
All right. Yeah. I'm sure.
No chance.
Damon might take Chase, man.
Maybe. Not.
All right. Well, thank
he does.
you
Yeah.
to Tank from the Tank Talk podcast to come watch me fuck up and then fix it. Good luck this year, man. I'm sure you're losing the championship
Hey.
again.
One of my guys will take it. I'm not worried about it. Appreciate you guys having me on. Let me, get everything off my chest about the JT situation. There's no tear shed here. We're gonna be smiling throughout the whole season. It's a new era. Gotta love it,
Yo, who's his backup?
Hall.
bro.
Or is
There's
it
like
Deion Jackson?
it's Hall, Deion Jackson. We had Zach Moss, but he broke his arm.
He broke his arm?
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, we signed Kenyon Drake too. I think they're trying to sign one more guy. They had Kareem Hunt on a visit.
They better sign Kareem Hunt today. Fuck you,
Something
JT.
happened there too. I'll let y'all look into that, but Kareem might be out of shape.
They didn't. Well, they did say it was either the Saints or the Colts that said they were expecting an answer the day they like interviewed him, and then
They gave him an offer, and he was just like, nah, or some shit.
no, he said that he was gonna like answer by the end of the day, and then they didn't hear back from him or some crazy shit.
Some Niagara Falls shit right there.
All right, thanks for coming.
All right, fellas.
All right, brother.
Later, bro.
Appreciate you guys having me on. We'll see you in the league, and we'll see you at the draft when we fucking take it over.
All right, cool. Peace out, man. I gotta get these off. All right, well, that was fun. Do you need time to like edit audio or anything, or it's all good?
No, you guys are good.
All right, cool. How you guys feel about your draft positions? I feel like I'm in a whole new world without those
Yeah,
headphones.
that was wild.
This is crazy.
It's like,
I think I'm happier with your mistake. Going from 5 to 12, I'm pretty happy about that.
I'm cool with 8.
So I'm 12 for the defense and the offense.
well, yeah, I mean it's Snake, but
Yeah.
yeah. So what we did 15-15 last year. So you might be the first for the defense. I think that's how it
I
ended
think
up.
that's what it's gonna be.
It ends up going because the 16th would be like a
Oh, I see. So we're
yeah.
going to draft, and then whoever.
And then
they would be like
because-
snakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is cool with me. I like it like that.
So I'll end up with first pick for defense.
Yeah, who you taking? Falaja
That's
Lakalan
fire.
or
Did I
whatever
get the
from
fourth?
Off the top of my head, I can't remember how it went. Wasn't like is guys like T.J. Watt and Parsons not the move in that league? I can't remember. I'll have to look at it. Remember the
it's definitely
linebackers
the
that get
most-
tackles
Yeah.
were crazy
So
Because I had like that Olakun
from Jacksonville. Yeah,
last year was like linebackers were your most like consistent dudes, but D-backs were like league winners.
yeah
league
Like
winners
D-backs
they
would
had,
either
yeah.
get 4 points or like,
like
36.
60, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not giving my tips out.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, off the top of my head, I would
I
like to
have a
have
tip.
T.J. Watt or Bosa or Parsons or somebody like that, but we'll see. I'll
All
have to look
right.
into it. Take Roquan or Shaq Leonard or somebody.
I took Roquan last year, but I didn't have the number 1 pick. I don't know how he felt in me.
Because all the big DNs go, because they just sound nice to have.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds fun having T.J. Watt.
All right. Well, we don't really have much more. There was a couple, I wouldn't say big injuries because we don't know how long they're going to last, but injuries to big-name players in the preseason games this week. Terry McLaurin, I think they confirmed it was turf toe.
That shit could be hurt.
It can. Like, I
Like,
mean,
he'll be fine for week 1, but it'll probably linger all year.
Yeah,
Remember
but-
that Adams was going through that a couple years back?
yeah. Michael Thomas, like, missed a whole season for turf toe or whatever.
He's off, though.
And then JSN they haven't said what it's like a broken bone in the wrist. He has to have
He had
surgery.
injury, right?
He
Or
should.
he had surgery.
Yeah, he should be ready by week 1, they say.
Damn.
I just don't see how you can get surgery on your wrist and then go catch a ball.
Yeah, I don't know. That sounds wild.
Surgery apparently helps it heal faster, but it's more dangerous. So if he wasn't an athlete, they probably wouldn't do surgery on it. I don't know though.
When did he get hurt in a preseason game?
Yeah, he made like a really good catch. I just saw the highlight. Made a really good catch. So the way he landed must have been weird and
Probably chip something.
probably. But yeah. So I mean, I think Jahan Dotson. This is big for Jahan Dotson. Like if McLaurin misses some time, or if he's not who he's supposed to be.
Yeah, has to take some plays off. And
I've already liked Jahan Dotson
With or
coming in
without
this year.
McLaurin, Dotson eats.
yeah, I like Dotson a lot.
Yeah, but if McLaurin's a little slow out there and he's just a decoy, Dotson's gonna go crazy. As long as
Curtis
Sam
Samuel.
Howell can get the ball, and he looked good in the preseason.
Yeah, he's played well.
Does this affect JSN for you guys at all? Does Tyler Lockett move up, anything like that?
Well, Lockett still is going to eat regardless.
I think
I
so
don't know.
too, but he's faded every year, and he's again this year he's faded again, and the excuse is like JSN.
He's going a little higher, I feel like, than he was last year.
Maybe a little bit, but still he finished as like wide receiver like 13 or something like that. Like
I don't think he can do that again, do you guys?
I don't think so either.
It's hard to
but-
say yeah or not, but then he keeps doing it over and over again.
Let's do a TrapNerd FFPC too before the year starts.
I'm down. We could do it next week. We'd probably do a $35 one.
No, let's do the real joint.
Y'all got the money?
Hey, man.
I don't really, but I'll Uber for a couple of days. Oh my god, almost choked on my own spit there.
We do need to do one.
We do at least one.
Yeah, we crushed last year. We can't not do
I think
it.
we should do a couple $35 leagues too, though, just so we don't have all our eggs in one basket.
Yeah, them shits ain't fun, though.
Why
It's
aren't
like,
they fun?
it's good. I mean, it's fun. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's cool to pay attention. But by the end of the year, if we win, it's like we split like $400 3 ways. Like, I want to win $1 million.
Well, no, I thought
We
it was.
ate
I
two
thought that it was.
together.
I thought it was the same thing as the 350 one. It was
Fuck
just a
no.
smaller.
Like a 350 and a 1800. Those are
No,
the
it's
only two.
2000
so
now.
you don't. It
Oh, it's
doesn't,
2000.
it doesn't go to like a.
No, it's just like a regular league.
Okay.
You win first place, you get like $400 and
That's cool with me. I like $400. I don't know.
split it 3 ways. And
That's our money for next year.
Yeah, I mean,
We'll
we
put
could
it
do
right
that.
into an
Just-
envelope
'cause
and
you-
keep it for the next
Well, no,
year.
they give you the option to just keep it on there as credits.
Yeah, there we go.
Now let's do the big joints.
I can only do one if we do one. if
Yeah,
we do
that's
that.
good.
A little bit more about preseason. I know last week everyone didn't acts like it doesn't mean anything, and
You guys were getting spanked out there.
yeah, that it's I don't like I said, you can learn something bad from preseason, and when we have all of our number ones out there, and the only offensive lineman that plays well is the rookie, it's a fucking problem.
Yeah,
I
what's
don't-
good, man?
I get it was the Steelers. I get T.J. Watts out there. But, like, come the fuck on. Spencer Brown is awful. Deion Dawkins has gotten progressively worse every year, but he's still always been above average. But he's still always been above average.
Sucks,
no,
man.
Deion Dawkins was at least good.
He's decent.
He went from great to good. Now, if this is how he's going to play out, he looked fucking terrible.
Maybe he didn't care, though. That's the only thing that it's hard to just take away
But you
from
can't just
them
say you
shits.
don't care. Even if it's the
I'm
preseason, that's
just
your
saying,
quarterback
Yeah,
back
if you don't
there.
care, then Josh Allen dies. But I read this thing that says Spencer Brown didn't play that bad the way everybody was acting like he did. This dude
Every
graded every snap that he played, and I guess they said that he was fine.
I've admittedly said offensive line's the thing I know the least about, but just from watching the game, the middle of the line on the plays that I would watch, the middle of the line would hold up pretty well, like McGovern, Morrison, or Torrance, and then but the pocket always collapsed from the outside every single time.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
We'll see. I mean, this could be a concern, but if you guys go out and just whoop the Jets' ass on Monday Night Football, then it's like it meant nothing, you know?
Yeah, maybe they're just rusty. I don't know, but
Yeah, I
the
was
only
surprised to
reason I
see
was-
like Jalen Warren was dipping. I was crossing the border. I was at Customs, and Jalen Warren was just gone.
Yo, do you think
62
he has
yards.
a lot of fantasy value?
I mean, he'll be all right. He even
don't
last
think
year
a
he did. He
lot,
catches a couple passes, gets a couple carries, but
if Harris goes down, he's the number one. But yeah, the defense I'm not too worried about. I know it's a lot of rust. A lot of those guys weren't there last year. The linebackers are new. Micah Hyde's basically coming back. Like that I can attribute to rust. Maybe you need to get more. What's the word? Not camaraderie, but like whatever. You get what I'm saying? Like they like knowing where your guys are, stuff like that. Because they've consistently been good.
Mm-hmm.
They have a bad game, it's whatever. But it's the reason I'm a little nervous about the offensive lines because that's consistently been a
Right.
struggle, and then it was a struggle again.
Right away.
And
yeah.
not many teams have as good a defensive lines as Pittsburgh, and it was the first time they've played together in however long in a real game.
Well, a lot of those
setting.
dudes are new.
So yeah, McGovern's new. Osiris Torrance is obviously new. So
Someone got hurt.
who got hurt?
One of our linemen.
I don't know.
Bates.
Maybe he played with all the second. He played center for a little bit with the second stringers.
Somebody got hurt, though.
I don't know. I hope it's not. I'll look for things to come. Josh Allen just needs to fuck out an offensive line, dude. It's unreal. I want to see Josh Allen behind an offensive line. But what are you gonna do? Jordan Love looks good.
yeah, Jordan Love's out here, man.
Yeah, Jordan Love. I'm rooting for him.
Tommy Doyle.
He's our backup tackle. He's like a swing tackle that we got.
It seems like every game Love's hitting Dobbs on like a nice 40, 50-yard pass.
Which annoys me. I traded Dobbs and traded for Watson.
Yeah, like we'll see how that goes. I'm sure like Watson will still be the one, but right now it does look like
Dobbs is
Musgrave
taking
and Dobbs have been Love's favorite targets in preseason. Reed had a nice touchdown, but yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be Dobbs over Reed. It looks like at this point.
Yeah,
For now.
Dobbs is definitely looking better than I thought he would. Like he's looking closer to Watson than Reed is to him. And
Yeah.
Before when we first started talking, I was real excited on Reed and thought like he could push for that number 2 spot, but it don't look like not anytime soon, anyways. But we'll see. You see, somebody went down for the Patriots, and both teams just agreed to cancel the game.
Yeah, Bolden, something
yeah, Isaiah
Bolden.
Bolden.
Yeah, luckily it wasn't nearly as bad as it looked. He's already walking. You can feel everything in his extremities or whatever, which is, I guess, the big things they look for when a big hit like that happens. But still was scary.
Yeah, Butte had a nice touchdown too. He's been, I guess, looking pretty good.
Yeah, which is crazy because in the first couple weeks of the training camp,
He might not
get
even
caught.
make the team
Yeah.
and shit.
It was cool. Mark found this New England channel on like the Fire Stick for us to watch the game. These announcers, I don't know if it is like have you guys ever watched like the Bills games on like just the Bills channel?
That's what we usually do. Yeah.
Dude, they didn't even show the Packers starting lineups. So like when the Packers were on offense, they just announced New England's defense, and that was it. Like they didn't even say our opponent, like this is Love or A.J. Dillon or nothing. They just showed New England's offense when they were on offense and their defense.
It was New England's or Green Bay's?
It was just New England's channel. But like they could have at least said
Yeah.
like, this is Jordan Love we're going up against. They literally only showed
They're
the
like,
New
"Fuck
England
this
players.
dude."
It was pretty funny. And then we were busting their starters' ass though.
Yeah.
Smacking Mac Jones up.
Juju sucks.
Mac sucks. Mac's a booty hole. Juju does not suck, dude.
He fucking blows.
He's number 7. I don't think he could be good wearing that number. I don't know why.
Teddy Bridgewater's number 50.
Oh
Yes, they're so weird, dude.
He looked horrible from the box. I like to check just the box scores, but his stats looked awful.
If I feel like everyone looks bad in the preseason.
If you're number 50, I mean, you can't win.
I want to see Olave, man.
Has he played?
I don't think so.
Rodgers is playing this week, I believe. I just
He
read.
is. Rodgers is playing. Their whole starters are playing.
Is this the last week? They take a week in between. Is the new way they do it?
Yeah. So this
Oh,
week
you
and then
know
a
what?
bye
Hard
week.
Knocks
And
comes
then,
out. That's a good ass show.
I was surprised how much Mahomes played. Did you guys see? He was like 10 for 15. He was
Must
running
have.
to the sidelines with 4 dudes chasing at him and like jumped out from before he went out of bounds and like threw it across his body. It was incomplete, but it was almost
stupid. It
Dude's
plays
the
me
best
out.
ever, man.
It was, but I can't believe he was doing that in preseason though.
Yeah, like what if you roll your
If I was
ankle?
Andy Reid, I'm pulling him out. Like, what are you doing, dude? Like, it was crazy that
He does
tried
have
that.
bionic ankles though, so
Yeah,
it's
he's
okay.
nuts.
He's all right. Yeah, I don't know. It's something to look. It's something to look at, and they definitely were. I feel like they kept the offense out there longer to like, okay, like this is your drive, get it together, and it just
You see
never
my son
happened.
Rashee Rice, though?
What?
Rashee Rice.
What about him?
He crushed.
Not really.
He had a big game, like 8 for 90 and a touchdown or something.
It's all right.
He wasn't running with the starters as much though, was he?
Nah, he can't. He was a little bit. I don't know, though, because it seemed like they all only got, like, one catch.
I mean,
and he
Kansas
was a
City
part
will
of that.
Move
But then
him
he,
in
like.
and out anyways.
Yeah.
But I was just.
It was cool to see him have a big game.
When
though.
Mahomes was 10 for 15, I'm almost positive Rice had like one catch for like 6 yards. And when I checked back by the end of the night, dude had like 8 for 100 and a touchdown. He was just out there carving them dudes.
I can't wait for regular football, man.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Fuck.
Lions Chiefs. That's to me is a pretty exciting opening game.
It's gonna be great. I wish Jamison Williams was playing though. Like, dude, gambled
happy
on
for him, honestly,
basketball or
bro,
some
man.
shit.
Yeah, I can't believe that he's not allowed to play.
That's
because of
unreal.
that. I don't care what.
What'd he
the rules
do?
Are.
He didn't even gamble on football.
He gambled. He was gambling like on DraftKings or whatever, but he was betting like basketball.
It was
So
just
you
because it
can't
was
do that.
what he did was not illegal at all if he wasn't on team property. But because he was on team property, it's not allowed.
Oh, he made the bet while he was at the game, like with the team. That's weird.
Like you're not allowed to gamble on anything while on NFL facilities or whatever.
Have you guys seen all the shit that's been coming out? Like I know, like one was like an Iowa punter or something.
Yeah.
Was gambling on Iowa games. He was taking like the game under, and all Iowa's games go under. Like he knew shit. Like that's crazy.
That is where I look at it. And this is fucked up towards Calvin Ridley. I don't care. If you are gambling on the sport that you are playing in, you should be gone forever. Like I do not care. That dude should be gone. Like he's legit. You legit when you're betting on under, you legit. I mean, I guess for his job, he wants to do his job as best as possible. That would lead to the under more than like if he muffs a kick.
Yeah, but Ridley.
Yeah, but he knew the game. The thing is about betting an over or under, you know the game script, what your coach is saying. Like, all right, guys, we're going to run the ball. We're going to don't hike the ball till there's 5 seconds. Let's go real slow. He knows that now.
Yeah.
Like, that's not fair to obviously to Vegas or whoever.
Which I don't care about.
Right, we don't care, but it still is wrong. Like, if Ridley's just betting on the Falcons to win, like how Pete Rose was doing, like, I don't mind that shit.
It's not that I mind it. It's just that it creates a
but
gray area.
Ridley was
There
putting
should
in
be
parlays of like. It was like Atlanta, Tampa. Like he had like a parlay. Like
really?
$1,500 parlay.
Yeah.
He's wild.
I like obviously if you're betting on your team to win.
Now if you're Ridley and you're betting your team to lose while you're playing, of course you're cheating.
But at that point, it just creates this gray area.
He was wild and betting on the Falcons.
He
wasn't even playing.
There should be no gray area.
They were dead.
If you are an athlete, you should not be able to bet on the sport you play in.
No, I mean I get it.
You can there's so many other sports out there. You're making millions. Like if that's the one trade-off is that you're making millions of dollars, but you can't gamble on the NFL, whether it's on yourself winning, whether it's a game that you're not even in. I don't care. That should not happen. This has been the reason. This was the reason sports gambling wasn't allowed for so long was because they were worried about shit like this because of the Chicago Black Sox scandal. ASU had like a scandal in like the 80s or 90s. Like,
it shows how much of a degenerates a lot of us are.
Yeah.
Like, these are millionaires, and they can't help but bet on the game that they're playing on.
It's unreal.
Like, you know what?
I'm
gonna
punt
punt
today.
I'm gonna punt a couple of times today.
Yeah.
Under.
Yeah, like a couple punts ain't enough for me. I want 10,000 on the game.
He's over there, and his coach wants to go for it on fourth. He's like, "Nah, dude, let me punt. Let me punt." No, I'm just like, yeah. That's my stance. I don't care if you're betting on the sidelines as long as you're betting on baseball or basketball and you're not betting on the sport you're playing. Other than that, if you get caught betting, it should be like out of the fucking league.
So you think Ridley shouldn't be in the league?
Maybe if they wanted to use Ridley as like an example, like we're only going to give him a year, but next time it's...
Did Ridley get a year because he bet on football and Williams got 6 games because he bet on a different sport?
Yeah, so Williams' teammates, I believe, are out for the whole year because they bet on football.
Okay.
And I believe he's only out for 6 weeks because he bet what he did wasn't illegal. Where he did it was illegal.
Them from just using their mom's account?
I'm sure the NFL's got some crazy investigators on everything.
Every time they see someone that's even related, they investigate. I mean,
right,
Calvin Ridley's, wasn't it on like his aunts or something?
Yeah, I don't think it was just his own like.
Yeah.
How would they know then?
I'll tell you, bro. They probably got some crazy.
You have to
shit.
put all your info in there. They see fucking I don't know.
Look how they caught that NBA ref. He was
Anna
going
Ridley,
through
like
the
Don't
NBA.
they know your location too, though?
Yeah,
all
location
that.
too.
All right, so hear me out.
That's how they knew he was betting on the,
In
on
the-
the facility because his phone pinged.
Right.
So I think
They probably they got some top.
Well, they
I don't know how
already
the
said
NFL know, but I'm sure they have a relationship with these companies.
No, they did. They said FanDuel, DraftKings, all of them give all. If the NFL asks for anything, they give all of the info because they give the fucking location, what's the IP address. They give all that shit to the NFL.
Yeah, but like, okay, say I'm a player in the NFL, and I know, like, I have a very strong feeling that we're gonna run the ball, like you were saying, game's gonna go under. What stops me from calling Harry back in Niagara Falls and be like, yo, put 50,000 on the under?
Well, this is what I was going to tell you guys. Is the referee from the NBA? It's a Netflix special. He was betting through a guy, so it was like 3 people were placing this bet. So it was like you would call me, and then I would call Duke to make it real legit. But after they started making millions and millions of dollars, the NBA started, or I forgot who it was that looked into it. Somehow the FBI got involved, started tapping their phones and like followed them at a meeting and stuff like that. Found out that an NBA ref was involved in a scandal. They didn't know who yet. Kept digging in and found out that it was that Donahue dude.
That's crazy.
So no matter what, even if you gave me the bets, we would make it work for a while. But you got to get out. Like we would have to make a mill real quick and be done. But when these guys get greedy, they keep going. And
the dude was, I thought the dude he was working with was a bookie already though.
Yeah.
So I thought another thing was he was giving him lines. Like he was basically saying like, no, you need to lower your lines or whatever. You're gonna lose that. But I don't.
What it was
exactly.
Donahue knew, obviously, because he was a ref. He said, okay, bet against the Nuggets tonight because this referee doesn't like Iverson, so he'll call him for palming a couple times. Like that's an advantage. Like it was cheating, but it was like he was just giving him like a little bit of an edge, which obviously worked because he would crush. So like that game, Iverson would get called, end up getting like a technical, probably started playing bad. Or they knew to like call certain travels to just give that extra
It's like
edge.
Scott Foster versus Chris Paul. It's widely
somehow,
known, and it still is a thing.
Yeah, somehow when he refs Chris Paul's games, he knows how to ref him to make Chris Paul lose. Chris Paul's a winning player. There's no way this dude
is 0-80.
Yeah, he just can't win when this dude's reffing.
That dude won. They won his first game in the playoffs.
But then they just started making too much money. It opens up eyes. They could have been done with it.
Yeah.
And Donahue wasn't even making that much. He was getting like a tip basically. Well, he was making a ton. Don't get me wrong, he was making a lot, but he wasn't the one really betting.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool to watch.
They just released a bunch of those Untolds now. I watched the first half of the Johnny Manziel one. It's pretty good, but they just released one on the Gators too.
I can't wait to watch that.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that one tonight.
What was up with the Gators?
They were winning national championships with felons.
It's the old Gators, like Tebow and everyone.
Yeah, they had like felons. I forgot what else they were saying. Then they had like
Felons,
Tebow was like a Christian or something. Like it's crazy that team came together and was so good. And just had so many different like characters on the team.
Because Urban Meyer, like it all came out during the NFL because there's more eyes on the NFL than there is on college. But like Urban Meyer's a fucking degenerate. Mm-hmm. Like he was out there clubbing just as much as the college players were and shit. And then you had obviously Aaron Hernandez.
Twins and Hernandez were G's for sure.
Yeah.
Hernandez.
Riley Cooper was a racist. They said they had a racist on the team.
I forgot about Riley Cooper.
Yeah, like they just had a crazy ass team. But when they got on the field on Saturday, it was just ass whoopings were given out. That shit was the best, man. I miss those days. Those were my guys.
All right, well, we're a couple weeks away from regular sports.
Yes.
So it's a little slow still, so I decided to do something. So you got our rankings for all of the positions, so they're done. We did running backs last week. That was the last one. But Joe and Harry, I think you guys said that you kind of baked in the guys you would draft, so you kind of ranked the guys lower, even though you might think they finished high. I didn't do that. My rankings were specifically who I
would
thought.
have been in my rankings, of course.
My rankings were specifically who I thought would finish.
I did like
where.
a little bit of both. It's weird because like I dropped Bijan, but I would still take him top 10. You know.
So today, So today I want to do the worst pick in each round, just for the first 6 rounds. Obviously, after that, it's not really that big of a deal. So players that it's not that we don't like these players. It's that where they're going right now. So what I did is go into any league that you have for sleeper for PPR, and it automatically does it by points for you guys. Like it does it by. So if you go sleeper, automatically adjusts your mock drafts to your league settings. So like say.
So I'm on our league.
Our league's a little weird. For some reason, Pat Mahomes is number 1 still.
I'm in Donnie's league.
That's the only one I have on sleeper.
Well, Donnie's league's Dynasty, so it won't work.
Okay.
Dynasty won't work. Obviously, it's gonna show. It's gonna show rookies.
We have to just do yours.
Well, you can just go into a mock draft on sleeper. Just do a 12-team PPR mock draft on sleeper.
Mock draft play.
Yeah.
It's at the top. You just missed it. It was right there. Yep, right there.
Football.
You have to edit the settings and shit.
Don't let me do it.
All right, whatever. I'll list off.
Players.
Look at this.
You gotta probably just close it and open it up again. There you go.
Do you have it? If not, I can just list off the first 12 guys or whatever.
And what are we saying?
Huh?
What are we doing with this?
So we're gonna go through the top 12. They're just gonna go basically 8 by ADP picks in the draft.
And then say you wouldn't take that player.
Who you think the worst pick of that round is, and we'll go through the first 5 rounds. So starting with round 1.
I have mine.
You have yours? All right, go ahead.
CD Lamb.
Yeah, CD even at the 11th pick. Yeah. What about you, Harry?
Wow. I don't have a problem with any of these picks, to be honest with you. If I had to pick one, I guess Tyreek. Last year we were getting him, late second, early third. Now we got to use a top 6 pick on him. Can he do that again? Probably. So I don't have a problem with it. He probably could do it again, but we'll see.
I do. I don't like that CD Lamb is going ahead against guys like Devontae and stuff.
On here.
That's fine.
That's where he's going.
Yeah, quarterbacks are back to going early.
I think Eckler. I thought
about Eckler because with the new play caller, actually, I was thinking about that. I don't think he's going to catch just a million 2-yard passes anymore. So
yeah, which is where his fantasy value is at. And if it's anything like the Dallas offense, they're gonna.
I think I'm with you.
It out.
I'm going to say Eckler.
I didn't take. I don't like CD Lamb in the first round. That's just me.
Yeah, I was taking him there last year, and I wasn't mad about it. So
all them dudes, I think, will beat him, in my opinion. And Amon-Ra St. Brown was somebody I would take.
Yeah.
Garrett Wilson, I would rather have. So
I think I would take him and Garrett Wilson are very close. I think I would put him where Amon-Ra St. Brown is, because I think Devontae Adams and AJ Brown should be ahead of CD, but it's kind of like a projection. Like, does Devontae Adams kind of suck with fucking
I'm not saying
Jimmy G?
No, you got to pick one. Yeah, I said Tyreek.
Yeah.
No, I get it. I do love Lamb personally.
Yeah, same.
So I guess what I'm saying is I'd rather have pick 12 like in TrapNerd. I probably will take Lamb instead of having 5, which you cheated me out of. I'd rather have 12 and pick Lamb and somebody than you're going to probably end up with Hill. I guess that's my argument.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
All right, so I have Eckler. Joe had CD Lamb, and Harry had Hill. So going in the next round, Pat Mahomes is an easy one. I do think quarterbacks are super important again, but with the borderline first-round pick, I'm not doing it. I think there's 7-8 quarterbacks that you can get this year that will at least have similar numbers.
And if you didn't take a quarterback, who would you put on this list?
Yeah, non-quarterback.
Non-quarterback, I'm going to say the second round's actually pretty. There's a lot of good value in the second round, dude.
I'll tell you who I wouldn't take.
I got 2 easily. But
I got 1
Really?
easy.
Who?
Mine's Waddle easy.
Really?
Yeah. He got so much. He did so much last year as a number 2. I don't know. Can he do it again?
I think so.
So I guess your thoughts on Waddle is what I'm thinking on Hill.
Yeah,
I think Waddle's gonna pick up where teams are gonna be like, all right, Hill can't beat us, and I think Waddle's just gonna cook, but we'll see.
I would take him in the 3rd.
My thing with both Hill and Waddle is that Tua was hurt a lot last year, and if Tua plays 16 games, 17 games, it's gonna I think they can be even better. And I also think Waddle
I just don't think Waddle
Waddle's
can put the
produced.
same production he did last year. That's what I think.
I get that, but even like rookie, he was like top 20, and then he came, and then I think he was like 7th or 8th last year.
Though. I mean,
I feel that.
Mine is, I would say, he's easily Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, which sucks because
Yeah,
if
he's
ends
coming
up,
off a bad season, the
Yeah.
injuries, now this contract bullshit, like on a bad team, is he going to hold out? I won't risk my pick there. And Jacobs is my other one because of Vegas being bad. Can he have the same season? He has issues with his contracts, right?
yeah.
So is he going to run as hard? Last year, I feel like he played his ass off to make a name for himself and earn his contract. They didn't give it to him. Now I think this year, is he going to do that again? We'll see. But those guys are two that I would fade here.
With Taylor and Jacobs, I think it's kind of baked in though, because if Taylor does play, if say he's just like, I know I can't. What?
The universe is on Mountcastle to homer. Me and Joe are going to bet him to homer, so I probably will be picking someone else. But
I think it's pretty baked in because Taylor was a first-round pick coming into the year before all this shit happened. If he ends up playing 16 games and you get him in the second round, like
like back in
you
May,
can win the league that
or
way.
whatever. When I first started looking, like April, May, I was like, oh wow, I can get Jonathan Taylor late first, early second. That's great.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking at him at like, even if I picked him first overall, I'm like, would I take Jefferson and then Taylor? I don't think I
Round
can.
3 easy to me. It's easy as hell.
So
Honestly, I don't really
what
have
is it,
any
25 to 36.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do non-quarterbacks.
Yeah.
second round. I don't really have anything bad. If anything, I would just say like quarterbacks. I mean, I love all three of these guys, and I would love to have Josh Allen, but like, I'm not.
This is my thing though. Is I would take Olave over.
Yeah, these rankings are a lot different than what I've seen.
Yeah.
They are different depending
like,
on what.
There's just dudes that I would take over.
Yeah,
that's how I feel.
All right, we'll go.
It.
Who's your pick here?
Brees Hall.
And because Delvin Cook and yeah, I can see that. What about you?
Mine's T. Higgins.
Mine's Najee because his ADP in drafts like that we're gonna do in FFPC are like in the 40s. So I just want I don't like that he's here. And why is T. Higgins yours?
He's just getting drafted as like what is he on here, like wide receiver? What is he, like the 10th, the 12th guy? I don't know. Like you're expecting. I get it. It's the best offense in the league, arguably, but to just assume that you're gonna have two number one wide receivers on the same exact team. How many times?
17 and 17
So my question for you would be, why is Waddle and Smith okay then, and not Higgins?
Because Waddle has done it. Waddle has finished as wide receiver 7. He's gotten better every year, and it's happened.
What receiver is Higgins?
Smith on
17.
He's drafted 17.
No, I don't know what number he is.
Smith is after him, and I would take DK, Debo, and Ridley over both of those dudes. I just don't think that you're gonna have two number one wide. Basically, I think T. Higgins, the best he can do is where you're drafting him. I don't think you're getting value there. I think
He'd be 13.
So he hasn't done
It's
that.
not terrible,
That's fair.
though.
it's not an awful pick. Like,
But you're right.
of course, like if you get T. Higgins, you're not mad that you're starting him every week, but you're gonna draft him at 12 or 13. If he does the best he can do, I think that's where
you are
he's gonna
drafting him as a
finish.
wide receiver 1, and he hasn't finished there yet.
Yeah, and Waddle has, and I think even though the offense is technically better in Cincinnati,
The way Miami runs, those dudes are just such big play. Like
they play fast.
Higgins needs 6 or 7 catches and a touchdown. Waddle can literally catch 4 passes without a touchdown and score 20. It's nuts, or whatever. Like 4 for he can get like 15.
Who's yours?
Mine was Najee.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I also don't like Najee there either.
Yeah.
I do think Najee will have a better year this year in terms of efficiency. I think
This
their
one's
offensive
tough.
line has gotten better, but
Yeah, I do. I don't mind Najee, but I wouldn't pick him there. That's
Holy
for sure.
fuck.
taking him over Travis Etienne and Diggs,
Yeah, hell
and,
no.
Round 4 is tough.
What's that? Start at Debo.
This is wild.
I got mine.
Mixing, but
I mix it, I guess too. But mine is mine's gonna be Keenan Allen.
really?
Really,
He just always hurts. He just always misses games.
that's true. But when he was on the field last
Oh,
year,
when he's
he
on the
went
field for
crazy.
sure. But
He finished as 41 last year.
yeah, he finished wide receiver 41 last year. They drafted another
What
young
was he,
receiver.
man?
What was his finishes?
I guess really not really. He finishes the same as fucking T. Higgins.
What do you mean?
Except 1 year he was wide receiver 3. Other than that, it's 15, 11,
Yeah, because of
19,
injuries and
15.
stuff.
Nah, but
Yeah, he just-
got full games.
He
Look
just
at 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 years full games.
No, he definitely did not play 4 straight years and
Right
not
here.
miss a
What does
game.
that say?
3 and then missed 2 and then full.
So he had one full season.
No, he had 3. He had 4
Four
full
full
seasons
seasons.
out
He had
of 5.
4 full seasons.
Yeah.
Maybe 5.
Well, what
His rookie
season's he
year.
in now?
3, 6.
Definitely over the last
10th.
couple of years. He's okay.
Yeah.
So the first 4
So I'm just saying he's
seasons you're
getting older.
but-
He
okay.
hasn't been. He's been
Not first
having
4.
injuries.
Let me look. Where you
4 out of his last 6.
2017, 18, 19, and 21 were full seasons. He missed 2 games in 20. But the thing about Allen, though, that this isn't showing you
I thought
guys,
he got hurt way more than that.
because they're not showing you something. You will put that man in your lineup.
Oh,
he
and
will
then he'll
leave
get-
with a hamstring injury, get you 1 and play next week. I hate that shit. So it looks like he played full seasons and stuff, but he would get you 0.
I'll take him in the
Oh,
4th.
and you're looking at standard too. PPR, he finished 6, 14, 10. So I mean, he's got two of his last 3 seasons.
But
That
where did
he
he
played.
finish last year, though?
Well, he was hurt last year.
That's
He
my.
missed-
That's what I'm basing off of. I'm not. You know, me personally. I'm not talking about
I'll
Keenan
take
Allen.
him. I'll take him in the 4th.
2, 3, 4 years ago. I know what Keenan Allen can do when he's healthy.
Yeah.
I think mine would be Kenneth Walker.
Yeah, Walker scares me with his injury and them
Injury.
drafting in a couple running backs.
Yeah.
And Pete Carroll likes to do weird things.
I think Keenan Allen
Mixon-
in the 4th is kind of a steal.
Mixon scares me a little bit.
Because if he does stay healthy, that you have a wide receiver 1 in the 4th round.
For sure.
And I mean the guys that go after him. I mean, like I would.
He's probably not a steal because he'll probably get hurt. But
I would take.
he's
Cooper
annoying.
over him.
I learned that last year when I had him in Donnie's league, even though I won it.
I'll take every player that's on this board in front of me over Allen.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Except Mixon, maybe.
Yeah, Mixon was mine.
But Mixon's a running back. You know, they're hard to find. He's probably valued. I mean, Allen's not. It's not bad to pick him there. I don't like
I
it.
feel that. No, I feel you.
I'd rather have Amari Cooper. I'd rather have Hopkins.
I'd rather have Ridley. I mean, there's guys I'd rather have.
Yeah, Ridley and Debo for sure.
But
Hopkins for sure for me. Cooper for sure.
yeah, I guess Herbert,
I would take
even
Keenan Allen over
Hawkinson.
DeAndre Hopkins.
I think Hopkins is a crush.
Yeah, you guys are right.
I don't think we've ever seen a wide receiver crush with Ryan Tannehill.
You're gonna see it this year, buddy.
All right. Well, my pick was Joe Mixon.
Hopkins only fears God. That's what's crazy.
That's fine. When the ball's not getting to him, it doesn't matter who he fears. Mixon just was super inefficient last year. His numbers were inflated with touchdowns.
Who? Mixon?
Mixon. They got
Mixon finishes every year good.
Yeah, I know, but last year the reason he finished good was like he had that one huge.
So now this year he's gonna be terrible.
I don't think he'll be terrible. I'm not picking him in the 4th round.
He's gonna
I think
dust you for week 1.
Okay.
Dust your shit.
You think he's gonna finish higher than Aaron Jones and Kenneth Walker?
He's gonna dust you week 1. I don't know who he's
beat Aaron
gonna.
Jones.
Huh?
He won't beat Aaron Jones. Maybe Walker.
Week
though.
1.
He's not beating Walker.
Week 1 we play the Bears. Yeah, no, he's not beating Aaron Jones that week. Aaron Jones is getting 36 week 1.
Damn.
They play Cleveland week 1. Why do you think he's just gonna
Without
dust
Burrow.
Cleveland? They have a
I
great
said he's gonna
defense.
dust you, not Cleveland. He's gonna dust you in your league. He's gonna put up enough points to beat you.
Oh, you
week
think you're gonna
1.
beat me? Week
That's
1.
what I'm
That's
telling
why.
you.
Okay? That's why.
I didn't know I had to explain it into depth. I thought it was very obvious what I was saying.
You're just
He's
overinflating.
gonna beat you.
You're just overinflating your team, like always. I get that.
Like, oh,
It's fine. It's
make
okay.
the playoffs. I'm talking about my team.
I will make the playoffs.
You can't.
I will.
Team sucks.
I promise I will. I bet I finished a better record than you.
Maybe.
All right then.
All right.
Hey, don't let me beat you. I just traded Hill and Barkley.
5th
And
round.
then traded for Goddard.
So what?
5th round.
Where does the 5th round start? So it goes
49.
48, 49. So Terry McLaurin starts the round.
I have like 3 this round.
Go ahead, man.
Madison, I won't take.
Yeah, Madison. I'm with
J.K.
you.
Dobbins, I won't take.
I like Dobbins. He ran his trainer right over.
I guess 2. Probably McLaurin because he has turf toe now. So
For me,
I'd still take McLaurin. I think he'll be all right.
even with turf toe.
no chance I'm taking Kamara in the 5th round.
Well, that's
I don't even
next.
see him
Isn't
down
that that's next round? He's the first pick of the.
Nah, he's
of
this
the
round.
He's the last round.
He's
Like
pick of
12.
this round yet.
Just he's missing 3 games,
man.
and then who knows how they ease him back into the
12 is a
offense
dividend of 60.
or whatever they're gonna do. They have mad running backs there. I'm all set on that.
I won't take Kamara anywhere. Kamara would have to fall to like the 10th round for me.
I think that's it. I like this round.
I don't like.
I don't like Madison. I don't like Kamara.
I like Miles Sanders. I like London. I do like Dobbins.
Kamara's gonna be good though.
Madison is on a good offense. Like, we kind of disrespect him, but he has. The thing about Madison is if he sucked, I wouldn't be surprised. But if he finished as like a top 5 RB because the offense was so good, it's possible.
But the thing is you like look at the guys he's being drafted around. Like he hasn't really. I guess like Swift is always hurt too, but like he hasn't really proven.
Yeah, but guys like Swift and Kamara are in like committees. Like, they don't have that same ceiling.
That's true, but we also haven't seen him do like we always see him like come in fresh and have killer games.
Right,
and it's
absolutely.
like, oh, because he averages 18 points a game when Delvin Cook isn't playing. It's
For
like
sure.
it's different to do that for 16 games.
I agree, but I'm just saying he
think
does
his-
have like the chance
Yeah.
in that offense.
His value is just a little inflated for me, but I think Kamara is that's gonna ruin teams. Like he's.
But Kamara also this is just off this. But when we do FFPC, like Kamara goes in like the 7th.
That's what I think.
I still wouldn't take him in the 7th.
I'm not saying that, but like now in the 5th.
He's missing 3 games off the bat.
Yeah, but you might get a running back 1 in the 7th round.
He's been inefficient. He's gotten less and less efficient every single year, and now they just drafted with a decently high pick. Was 3rd round for Kendry Miller, or was he 2nd round? 3rd.
He
round.
was in one of those rounds.
And then you sign Jamal Williams, had over 1,000 yards and 17 touchdowns. If 3 weeks in those dudes are doing good, you think Kamara's just gonna go out there and be like the fucking
in PPR
bell cow?
He went 3, 4, 9. Okay, my bad. He went 3, 4 when he missed a game. He was still 4. 9. He missed 2 games. Missed 1 game. Was number 1 still.
Yeah.
Then he went 8 and then 16 where he didn't play. Oh, he missed 2 games last year.
Okay.
And where he went 8, he missed 3 games.
Okay.
I'm
not saying
he didn't regress though.
My only problem is he went 16 his first year without Breeze.
Listen to his yards per carry.
Or was Breeze out 2 years?
2 years.
2 years, I think.
And
he was 8. Yeah, I mean he was still 8 then. Yeah.
Look how many games he played.
Right.
13.
Nah, Kamara's a beast.
He didn't regress though.
Yards per carry: 6, 4.5, 4.6, 5, 3.7, 4. Touchdowns: 8, 14, 5, 16, 4, 2. He had 2 touchdowns last year. He played.
But he still was 16. That's still a decent RB2. That's still a good 7th round pick.
And with Andy Dalton and shit, like I don't know, they have a better quarterback.
That's impressive.
They have way more of a committee this year. That he's already missing
Kamara
3
in the
games.
7th round's a steal.
He's gonna be fresh coming into week 4.
Yeah,
take him then.
He'll beat you in somewhere too.
He ain't gonna be.
I don't have him, but I wish I did.
I think he's gonna be awful. He won't be awful. He might be a good flex play.
You tripping, bro?
Why am I tripping? He's gotten worse every year. He's 28 years old now.
Listen,
we talk about how running backs
listen
fall
to his
off a
points
cliff
though. Let me
all
tell you
the
his
time.
PPR points.
I don't care about what he did
319.
when he was fucking 24 years old.
Last year he had 210
That's cool. That's great.
and missed 2 games.
That's great. He missed 2 games. How many running backs miss games? A lot of running backs miss games. You're acting like he missed half the season.
The points that he's putting up though for missing the games is crazy. He missed 3 games in 2021 and had 234 points.
In 2021, I would have been like, yo, draft Alvin Kamara in the 2nd round. This is 2023.
I think you wildin'. In the 7th round we're talking about. I don't understand.
Well, he would be the 6th
talking
round.
the 7th.
He'd be the last pick of the 6th round.
Okay, the last
Or
pick
5th round,
of the
my
6th
bad.
round.
My bad, right here. Last pick of the 5th round.
Okay, last pick of the 5th round. You're getting an RB, top 10 RB.
He's not going to be top 10 this year. I'll bet 100.
50.
I'll bet 50. He's top 10?
Yeah. Well, no, I can't.
2 games. He can miss 2 games.
Nah, he suspended 3. I can't do that.
Do an average maybe.
Nah, I can't.
Yeah, well, average per game.
How does that work?
It's just
Whatever,
however
like-
he scores per game.
It'll just be his average.
His average per game. It was still equal out the same.
Yeah.
All right, bet 50.
Top average points per game. We're not doing week 18 because that doesn't count towards fantasy. Average points per game. He's not top 10.
Yeah.
$50.
Are you guys doing like an injury clause?
Do you want to do an injury clause?
Because if he plays 1 game and scores 35, his average will be 35.
Oh, that's true. Let's say he has to play 12 games, so he can miss 5. So he's missing 3. He can miss another 2 for injury. He has to play at least 12 games. Or 10, I don't care. He has to play enough games where he can't do some dumb shit like that.
1 game will inflate it.
10
or
games.
something.
If he plays over 10 games, bet is valid. All right. So that was the 5th round.
That's easy 50.
That's not okay.
You see
What was the
Jacobs
bet
did with
anyways?
Huh?
What was the bet anyways?
That he'd finish top 10 in points per game
An average?
at running back position.
That's
You
gonna
see
be
what
tough.
Jacobs did with Carr?
Okay.
And he got someone that catch the ball.
Now he has Jamal Williams behind him and Kendry Miller behind him.
I hear. What the fuck does Kendry Miller mean?
Okay. All right, so then we're going 61.
Let's make some more
through
bets. I like betting with
72.
you.
All right.
We canceled Olave Wilson though, right?
No, we didn't. Why'd we cancel that?
We were drunk. I told you I didn't want to do it.
We were
no more.
not
You said
drunk.
okay.
I was completely sober. It was like
Wilson
2
about to
o'clock in the
clap this
afternoon.
shit.
Let's see
I
this
keep
next round.
convincing myself.
I took Wilson.
I know that motherfucker. I convinced myself that I was wrong.
All right, here
And I got 2 Saints players. We're gonna split on those.
It's all right. Here I'm at DeAndre Swift.
Huh?
Connor. I don't gotta look at the rest of the list.
You think Swift is gonna be better than Connor?
Oh yeah.
He'll be more healthy.
Yeah. Nice and fresh with the Eagles.
You think so?
Yeah, man.
I guess Rashad Penny has looked bad. I thought Rashad Penny was gonna be like the number 1 over
Swift's
there. And
back
he's
home,
looked
man.
bad.
He's like number 0 now and shit. Number changes really mean a lot. Like if my quarterback's number 50, I would cut him. Like Bridgewater just sucks. Number 50.
I think Kirk. I like Kirk here. I don't know. I really don't know.
Mine's DeAndre Swift, 100%.
I'll
Wanna
take
bet
Swift right
versus,
here.
Connor.
Huh?
Want to bet Swift versus Connor?
No, I think they'll be close enough that
That'd
I'm
be a
not.
good
No,
bet.
it's no. Scary ass.
I will pick Connor over Swift, but I'm not doing the bet. Dude's finished 18, 15, 21. Always hurt in a committee now.
Yeah,
Jalen Hurts is going to run the ball. I would rather have Akers, Connor, and Cook over him.
Connor's finished 105, 7, 33, 27, 5, and 19.
He's been on shit.
I'm looking at it. He's been on shit.
Yeah, 19 and 5 the last 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
Those other years, though, Connie had cancer, was playing for Pittsburgh and shit.
Yeah.
And he finished 7 the one year that he came in, and he missed
He
4
played
games.
14 games, though, and finished 105.
Yeah, he was just a backup.
Well, yeah, he was a backup. He was a rookie.
To Le'Veon, right?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And
yeah,
then
Connor's been really good. I do respect that.
Then he missed 4 games and was number 7.
But like you said, all the running backs miss games. That's really what it is. That's why people complain about like they lost because they're injuries. Like we all have that.
Yeah, running back, you have to expect it. I see. Like,
but no, just the entire NFL though. Like all the players get hurt. There's no team in fantasy that's just like doesn't have injuries.
It does happen, but yeah, it's mad rare. But no, I do agree. Like I would say like if your number 1 pick goes out, like if you have the first, especially if you pick early, if you have the top 3 pick and then you don't get a really good player, like
I picked JT second overall last year and made it to the semifinals of the league, but that was weird.
But you didn't win though.
Right, but I still competed.
Yeah, I mean you can compete, you can piece it together.
I
It's
still
still
could've
huge.
won.
It's still huge though.
I still could have won.
Yeah, but you act like it's not. Like it's just that means not like if you lost.
It's just an excuse.
Your 7th and 8th round players and I lost my 1st and 2nd round players. Like it's obvious disadvantage. I'd have to like kill the waiver wire.
Yeah, but you could have just lost your 1st and 2nd and that's it. And I could have lost my 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Like
that's true.
And you could have your 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You might have drafted better than me. So like they just became 1st and 2nd round picks.
I guess, but you're taking a.
I'm just saying, if you lost Justin Jefferson last year with the 1st overall pick and you had Olave in the 8th, you were obviously you would have crushed having them both.
Yeah.
But instead, you had Olave as the 1st overall pick and Jefferson as your 8th pick. That's just how it would work. You could still compete.
Yeah, it's.
I'm not saying losing those guys is not a big deal. I'm just saying it is an excuse when people say they lost because of injuries. We all have them.
That's true, but some people have them more than others.
True, but
I mean, it's luck like everything else in fantasy. Like that's just what it is.
You don't think it's skill?
There's some skill in it, but there's also.
What's the percentage of luck for skill? Because Ken brought this up in a group message yesterday that the one episode you brought up, you mentioned luck, and me and Joe mentioned skill. And I don't think that it's not luck because luck is a huge factor, but I think skill's way more of a factor.
Skill is definitely way more of a factor.
What's your percentage on it?
I don't know. I've never really thought of it. I'd probably say like 70-30.
Okay, that's what I have.
Which way though?
Skill.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, the one year I lost in the playoffs, it was in the 2nd round because Jay Cutler kneeled the ball twice, and I lost 0.1 and 0.1. I lost by 0.1. So I mean, it happens. Like dumb shit happens, but
so like the way I look. All right, so. That's why I'm in like 8-9 leagues because there is going to be luck where I just have like 7 injuries on one team and it's like okay if I only drafted that one team now I have no chance at winning anywhere and it like kind of ruins my fantasy season for me. But luck is a look. I mean look at I mean I'm not going to fucking toot my own horn. You had a better team than me last year and I beat you.
Yeah.
Donnie had one of the best 14-man league teams I've ever seen. I beat him in the 1st round, and I had mad injuries.
But I still profited in that league. I was rewarded for my skill of dominating the league. I got paid for points and record or whatever.
Well, that's because we do that, though. But imagine if you're in more a casual league where they don't do that
shit, then, I won't do a league that doesn't pay those things because
Yeah.
Then you're allowing. That's the whole thing, and that's what I try to explain to people why I love FFPC. There's always going to be luck, but you could take as much of it out as you possibly can. Damon lost Aaron's league last year with one of the best teams ever, but the man won high points fucking half the year, got paid for best record, most points, still profited on the league. Yeah, he wasn't the champ. He got unlucky and lost, but he was still rewarded. If we were in a league that he wasn't rewarded for that, he just got $0, I would. Yeah, that's horrible.
Yeah, I mean
that's why some people probably think luck is more important than skill because they are in leagues that only winning first matters.
Yeah,
this isn't the NFL.
Yeah,
it's not Super Bowl or bust. That's not how fantasy is. Fantasy is about winning your best record, your most points, weekly prizes, whatever you pay out in those leagues.
Yeah,
deserve money. It's not just This isn't the NFL. It's not just you win the Super Bowl or you suck that year. That's not how it works.
I agree, but most casual leagues don't do shit like that. It's just like first, second, third.
But it's coming along. You're starting to notice people are realizing that shit.
Well, people are way less casual about it now too.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, so like a bigger percentage did it for fun. I feel like than that, but people are really competitive.
Yeah,
about
fantasy
it now.
football is huge now
Yeah.
in the world. Like, there's so many different online leagues and stuff like that.
But there definitely is luck.
Oh, there's a ton. That's why I was.
Yeah.
Because my thing is like I play poker.
Yeah.
There's nights I go, I feel like I play great poker. I'm getting great hands, but I just keep losing because I'm getting unlucky. It's definitely a part. But the best poker players that play for a living that we see on TV, you think they're just the luckiest guys every time they sit out? No, they're really good. But yeah, there's definitely luck in fantasy and any type of gambling you do. But I feel like fantasy and poker are two things that skill will prevail at the end.
Yeah, I mean,
why do you do
totally
9 leagues a year? Because you feel like you profit every year.
I feel like if there's
you wouldn't
no way
do
I'd lose
9
that
leagues
many,
if you just lost. Would you really come on the show and be like, man, I'm just so unlucky. I do 9 leagues a year and just keep. No, it's like you're doing something wrong.
Yeah. No, I 100% agree because the years. But like the years after my senior year of college were my worst years because I was so fucking busy that I legit watched the least amount
You're
of
getting
football
crushed
than I
on the
ever
waiver
did.
wire.
Yeah.
If you have 1 or 2 injuries now, it's crushing you.
Yeah.
Because you're not paying attention to know who to get off the waiver wire. Like, I'm not knocking. If you get injuries, your chances to win are a lot lower, but you can figure out a way to make the right trades or make the right pickups. But if you're busy, you don't have time to do that shit.
Yeah.
Last year, Mark started our league. He had like Josh Allen, Derrick Henry, and he had somebody else. He had like 3 or 4 players, and he was like 5-0 or something, crushing the league. He had a couple injuries. Mark he's chilling. You know what I mean? He's got a lot of other shit going on. That's a disadvantage for him. Once he started having injuries, the season went down the drain.
Yeah.
Where you know
wasn't in
me,
the
I'm
waiver
putting
room.
my shit. I'm spending hours and hours on fantasy every week.
Yeah, look, I go through looking through every
Like, I'm
wire.
obsessed with it, so I have an advantage over people who are just chilling, having fun.
100%. Yeah.
But I just want to clear that because Ken was busting my balls yesterday saying that me and Joe told you that it had nothing to do with luck, and I never said that.
I thought he was talking shit about me.
No, he said you because you were the one who said that it's luck, and that we said no, it's skill.
I don't even remember this conversation.
I do remember the episode we were talking about it, but I don't remember exactly what was said.
No, I mean, it isn't completely one or the other. You need some luck. I mean, like I made money last year because I had the best team in the league, and then I ended up losing to fucking Tom Brady because he threw 7 touchdowns or whatever.
Oh, yeah, I guess
the
the
guy
Panthers
had
or
Tom
whatever.
Brady and Mike Evans,
yeah.
and both of those guys were kind of a letdown all year. And
But it's impressive in that guy's defense.
He made it. Yeah,
he made it with those guys and put himself in a position to have that huge week. Most people with Brady and Evans didn't do shit.
Absolutely.
So there's different ways to look at it as well.
Yeah, I mean, total side note, I believe that me and him had the 2 best teams in the league. It's like whoever had a better week that week was going to win. I'm glad that we kind of got off on that tangent because that's a good conversation to have.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. If you draft, Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, somehow that's who you got, and they all are out, then yeah, of course it's going to be very hard for you to win. But if you lose like, I don't know, Gabe Davis and fucking Romeo Dobbs and
in
Tua,
losing Gabe Davis
sucks.
last year sucked though. 4th round pick.
Right, but it's still like if you lost, that's why I said Gabe Davis,
It
Tua,
helped you,
and
man.
Dobbs.
I feel like it helped.
But even still, it's a 4th round pick, though. You still got to be good enough to overcome those things.
But my thing with Gabe Davis is like I think it helps you because because everyone kept starting Gabe Davis because they felt like they had to.
Yeah.
And realistically, the way he did finish as like a guy that you would want to play in your flex.
Mm-hmm.
But so many people drafted him as their wide receiver 2, or God forbid went like 0 wide receiver, got stacked on the running backs, and he was their wide receiver 1.
Yeah.
And because he wasn't hurt, or if he wasn't hurt, you'd want to play him every single week because you feel like you have to, which is like kind of like what I did. Like with Kyle Pitts, it was the same thing before he got hurt. I had to keep playing him because he was a fucking 3rd round, 4th round tight end. It was like
But you could
better
have
when
made that decision to be
I
like, man,
know.
this guy's just not going to do it.
You have to be willing to make that
Yeah.
decision.
That
yeah.
shit's
I'm just
ass
saying
though
there's
because
ways
I've
around
made
almost
that
everything.
decision before,
And
and they
finally did it.
cooked on the bench.
Yeah.
Couldn't
Yeah.
believe
It
it.
definitely happens. It's the worst. That's why a lot of people do switch to best ball. You draft your team and think about nothing until the end of the year. You don't make no moves. Your best players start, and people like that shit because it is annoying. Sometimes you draft such a good team, you have so much depth, that you make the wrong choice every week because you thought Bijan
Looking
was
at
going to crush
matchups.
versus the 32nd ranked defense, and then somehow you benched, I don't know, fucking Cam Akers, and he crushed versus the number 1 defense. Obviously, you're going to start Bijan, but in best ball, you get rewarded for just having so many good players.
Yeah, there's positives and negatives. I think that's also a part of strategy. Is which of course, who the fuck's gonna look at that strategically and be like, start fucking Cam Akers? But
Yeah.
there
Well,
is strategy
even
to
if
it.
it was, say, Connor Swift and Cam Akers.
Yeah.
Then. It's like you have 3 good running backs, only have room to put one of them in. You're going to put the one in that's facing like the Bears, not the one facing
the Eagles.
Yeah.
Whatever, yeah.
So, but again, that does luck comes into that as well because you weren't going to start fucking this guy versus San Fran, but maybe somebody was like, I would have because I thought he was going to catch 7 balls in garbage time. I mean, there's different ways to look at all this shit. That's what makes it fun, in my opinion.
I agree. I don't want to forget about my team for the whole year. I mean, I do a bunch of best balls, but those are like $5-10 leagues. Yeah. I don't want to forget about.
I
my
like
team.
being in the waiver wire.
I like bidding. See how much should I bid on this player to outbid you, but also save money for later. Like it's all a part of being a good owner.
And that's another. I want to talk about that too. Like Dom is one of these people that thinks the bidding is dumb. And I think it's ridiculous to still do a regular waiver wire.
Yeah,
I can't tell you how many times I was in a league, and at the beginning of the year, I was like, it's going to be me and these 3 dudes. And for some reason, the second best team or the best team in the league lost because they got unlucky week one.
Yep.
And now they're number 1 on the waiver wire, but they already had an amazing draft, and now they pick up fucking Cordero Patterson. I mean, Cordero Patterson wasn't a week 1 guy, but like a couple years ago, he's like a week 3, week 4 fucking. And now they get this dude
they add him
for no reason.
Their top picks now. They have another first round pick.
Yeah. That
I think what I would stick up for Dom is he's only done fantasy for like 5 years now.
Yeah, maybe.
He's still. I think as Dom goes on, does more leagues, he's gonna start to realize because he doesn't like FFPC either, because he had a team that went like 9-4 or something like that. Was the the third best record or however it was, but they do points. Or record points. He missed the playoffs.
With like a bum ass team.
Yeah.
Well, my team was good.
It wasn't a bum ass, but that's what I was trying to tell Dom is like, well, the reason that this person got in over you is their team was better. They whooped your ass. They scored 300 more points than you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got lucky. And then he started bringing up, well, in the NFL, if this team wins 6-3, well, no, those teams play defense in the NFL. We don't.
Yeah.
I can't sit there and be like, okay, I'm going to put a voodoo on your players. Like, no, I have no say in what happens. We just put our lineup.
It's our draft, yeah.
So that's a way of taking luck out of it. But I think Dom will start to realize, like, why should somebody be rewarded and just be able to hold the number 1 waiver wire and it's random?
Yeah. Well, it's not completely random.
Some leagues start the year, though, they're just a random waiver wire.
Oh, yeah. But usually the way I always
the record
it's record and points.
But even say you did it where, because I used to do it because I hated that. So the way I changed it was we would do a random waiver order. When you used 1, you went to 12.
That's another, yeah.
But that also started to annoy me because, again, that was the same thing. If Dom's randomly number 1 drafts a good team, he could just hold that number 1 waiver until he decides that this great player is now available.
Yeah.
He didn't do anything to deserve that number 1 waiver. Now, if we all start with 1,000 bidding dollars, we all are on the same playing field. We can get any player we want as the same advantage as each other.
Yeah.
I don't see how it's even a debate. We're all entitled to our own opinion, but I think it's obvious that that's the fairest way to do it.
And it brings in way more strategy. It's like, I like this player, but how much do I like this player?
Right.
Like I fucked up. I mean, this is a couple years ago. I love Justin Jefferson coming out of the draft. Told Dom to draft him in your league. I just love Justin Jefferson. I drafted him in like the 14th round. The league I was in only had 3 fucking bench spots.
Which is horrible.
Which was like we've since.
That's unfortunate.
Since then we've made it into 5 bench spots. But like, so I drop him, and of course that's the first big game he does. So I bid $50, and someone bid like their entire $100.
Yeah.
And then like I shouldn't have been that timid. I should have just been like, fuck it. Even if I don't pick up another person this year, he's worth it, because I didn't know he was gonna be this good, but I knew I really liked him.
Yeah.
And
it's all
now
part of
this
strategy.
guy's keeping Justin Jefferson in the 13th round. And I mean, I get to keep chasing the 5th, which is really cool too. But
it's just not the same.
Yeah, it's not the same.
No, I
so
agree.
it brings in way more strategy, in my opinion. Like you said, I don't think there's even an argument. I don't think. I think it should be the default. It should not be like something a league has to vote on. It should be the default way.
Right, because
waivers.
We can't turn off injuries. We can't take luck out of it. But what we can do when we join leagues and run leagues is take luck out as much as we can by going to a bidding system, by making leagues record points. Yeah. We're doing that in TrapNerd, right? Is like the top 4.
It'll be top 4 by division, and then, or not by division, by record,
and then next 2 points.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you didn't do anything like. In our baseball draft, I'm the number 2 seed with like the 6th highest points. I didn't deserve that. I just got lucky and played guys when I can outscore them.
I'm pretty
on that
sure
week.
I have the worst amount of points, and I'm number 3.
And that's just, we got lucky. We didn't. In FFPC, we still would have made it off our record.
Yeah.
But it's like, we didn't deserve for Steve beat me by a couple 100 points, but when I played Steve, his team sucked. That I didn't do anything to stop his team is my point. That was my argument with Dom. I didn't go play defense and strike Steve's guys out. Like in real life, you know, who's Steve's best player? Like Corey Seager, like he might strike out 3 times to Ohtani, but I didn't go. You don't go and do that. You don't earn that the way Ohtani does.
You're not doing the strategy either. Like maybe there could be a game where we all know the Bills, Chiefs, Eagles, Bengals all have great defenses, but there might be a day they go out there and they're like, we're just going to run the ball a shit ton.
Yeah.
Because this
or,
team
or
sucks.
It's raining, or whatever the case is, that's where the luck comes into it the most to me is scheduling. That's why I do want to run a league where the top 6 people get a win and the bottom 6 get a loss. That's how it is every week. That's what I'm going to propose that at my draft this week and probably change it next year. Because that way, if you have a bad week, you should still come in the top 6.
Yeah.
If you come in the bottom 6, you just lose. But there's weeks you score 180. The guy scores 182. You lost, and you beat everybody else in the league. It sucks. It's unfortunate, so points need to be rewarded.
If we were to, I'm not in your draft, but if we were to do that, I think I would rather do like a hybrid system where you still you get two
wins. That's
2
how
wins
they
or
do.
2 losses or 1 and 1.
You play the league average and you play an opponent, and that's cool because then you still have the fun of the one-on-one matchup.
Yeah.
And then you also can get rewarded or punished depending on how you scored.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing it that way, but I think it would be kind of boring. Even though it is the most fair, I think it would be kind of boring to just do like a 6-6.
That's my take on it. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm happy I'm the number 2 seed in baseball. I'm hoping to win, but I also know that I got lucky. Like I didn't crush anybody. I didn't outsmart anybody. I just luckily faced low scores.
You at least outsmarted had 6 guys.
Well, yeah, but I'm
got
just
a wild
saying.
card at the very least.
Yeah.
Really not much else to talk about. We did mention USA Basketball a couple months ago. They went perfect in their qualifiers, but they've needed some big games to do so, which is a little concerning for when
they were
start
good enough
playing.
to do that.
So let me go over the scores because they're not great. They beat I think Germany. They beat by 8. USA qualifiers. They beat Slovenia by a lot, but fucking Luka didn't play. But they start their actual games on this Saturday. The times are weird, I think. So they beat Uruguay by. This is not what I'm looking for. What the fuck? I don't know. They went 4-0. They didn't really impress too much. First game's on the 26th. Are you guys gonna watch?
What's that? No,
the
that's
FIBA.
Saturday.
That is
I
Saturday.
actually am busy Saturday and Sunday, unfortunately. But I'll definitely go back and look at the box score and read like about what happened and stuff like that. But I won't be able to watch it.
Apparently, it's been Anthony Edwards and Austin Reeves.
I already knew Edwards would run the team.
That have been killing.
Reeves is definitely that dude.
Okay, so they murdered Puerto Rico. They beat Slovenia by 30 without Luka playing. They beat Spain by 10, which is a pretty big win. I don't know how good Spain is anymore, but they used to be like the number one outside of us. Beat Greece by 22, and then they beat Germany by 8. And then their schedule will be 5:40 a.m. So there's 0% chance I watch that game.
Well, that's Saturday, like morning.
Yeah.
Oh, I probably will watch that shit then.
You're gonna be up at 5:40 in the morning.
I probably haven't went to bed yet.
8:40 in the morning is this one.
I'll be asleep.
Oh, it's 5:40 Western. 8:40 Eastern. They play New Zealand on the 26th, the Greece on the 28th, Jordan on the 30th. That one's at 4:40 a.m.
That's fire.
And then I guess after that is when they release more of the schedule.
None of those sound like we'll lose
group
any of
play.
those games. Yeah.
Well, we only beat Greece by 23. They might come back.
Yeah, I like our chances to advance out of that group. We'll see though.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and watch it. I'll watch some highlights. We'll talk about it next week, I guess. It's slow, but
yeah.
Then after that, baby. Oh no, we're recording. We're recording 2 days before the season starts in 2 weeks, so it'll be.
We gotta figure out our draft day too.
We should do.
It'll be 3 weeks before we actually get to talk about football.
And we should do our TrapNerd FFPC right before the season starts.
That Tuesday?
Yeah.
2 days before the.
We can't because that's the day of our
draft's on Monday.
Oh, but it's the 5th. Yeah, I can't do I do the 5th. I won't be recorded.
What do you got to do?
I got my Oliver's vet haircut and bath, and then I got my $500 league. I got pick 2 with Tony Pollard in the 6th.
Maybe we could switch the day that we record.
If we did Wednesday the 6th somehow, I
I
think
gotta
it work
work.
though.
That's
Yeah.
fine. We'll do it. We'll do it the
figure
week
it out.
before.
Yeah.
So next week. So next week we'll do FFPC our
We gotta
draft
find
for
a
this
2 o'clock
year.
one, and we should join it like a day or two before it.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
And then September 4th. Why did I say November? September 4th, Labor Day. We will be drafting live with the second order that we picked earlier. Tank Talk versus TrapNerd Sports. TrapNerd Sports champion and division champion. So we'll be trying to repeat. We'll be doing that live stream. Believe we said we're going to start at, 3:30 the draft time is? So maybe a little bit before that.
I thought it was
3:30?
1.
I'll double check right
Am
now.
I tripping? I thought it was 1.
No, I think it was 3:30. But you might be right. Trap Nerd Sports. It is 1:30. You were right.
Wow.
Smart guy over here.
Another
All right, so we'll be
just
drafting.
another day. Just another fucking day.
We'll be drafting at 1:30 on September 4th. Live stream. Check it out. And then
Pull up.
then football starts, man.
Yeah,
All
that's
right,
it.
peace.
All right, guys. We're hungry.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for listening. Trap Nerd Sports everywhere. Peace.